Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 961. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, everyone.
All right, so I want to get into some box office numbers, too, because there are some movies that are just monsters, taking over everything. Beauty and the Beast, as of yesterday, has in $766 million.
How many bouquets of roses can that buy?
Just think, by Monday,
Yeah.
it could have 900 million. $1 billion next week, easy. Easy. Destroying stuff in its path. King Kong, no, I'm going out of order, and I do apologize, but King Kong, I'm sorry, Skull Island. Hello. Here we go. Okay. Skull Island, 397 million, almost 398, basically. And then hopefully that can get.
Which must be sane, folks.
Yeah, we wanted to get above 450, even 5, I would be happy with. We're close. That's what I want it to be. Power Rangers. Let's see where we're at here. Power Rangers has in 69 million, 100 million to break even. I mean, to tie the budget, but I think it's still got to be released overseas.
Yeah, it's got another week or week and a half before that happens.
Yeah, and Logan, again, 569 million.
Nice.
It's done. It's great.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Get Out, which people really got to see that.
Oh, I do. I know. I should.
157 million. Excellent. You know, Split,
I'll see if it's on my little site.
Yeah. Split as in 265 million. Wow. Amazing movies.
Which I love. Which was so great. Even that end piece.
Oh, I love Split. I do want to have some talk. Now, what was your take on Joss Whedon doing Batgirl? Because
they were talking about that on I'm not going to mention the particular site,
right.
But yeah, they were talking about that. They're saying, I'm all for it. I really am. He should be, like they said, should he start small and work his way up? And I agree.
He's gonna do Batgirl, yeah. And then I bet you they'll delay Sirens and they'll give it to him. Because Batgirl is supposed to appear in Sirens.
Yeah.
Gotham Sirens or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
So I think that he's going to want him getting multiple movies, and Marvel is going to have a problem because Marvel should have let him.
Because look what he did with the Avengers. He pretty much brought, you can actually say, in Whedon we trust, because he was the one that brought the Marvel movies out of the.
He started the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, really, and I made it super money, like tons of money. Now the problem is that Marvel should have just let him do the Black Widow, gave it to him, signed him down, but they didn't, and now they're really angry. But here's the kicker: he came out today and basically said, regardless of him doing possibly Batgirl, he's doing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 5 next year. So I don't know if they're going to use their influence to cancel themselves. Because here's the thing, right? People are like ratings. Yes, but no, because Disney owns ABC.
Yeah.
They could pull the plug at any time. Or it could be not as a success and they'll just keep making it seasons.
Yeah, but
Do you want him to be with the Marvel Universe if he's with the DC Universe at the same time?
Yeah, because he pitched a black.
That's a conflict of interest there.
I said, nope, sorry. But then they're probably going to be kicking their tuchus when they see how well Batgirl does.
Batgirl is, you know what's going to happen? Batgirl is going to do so well that it's going to make Batman look like shit.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
Then they're going to talk. Then he's going to want to do
and
Batman.
And they may start working their way up, thinking, you did such a good job with Batgirl. Let's see how you do with Batman.
Or Man of Steel 2. How great would that be?
Yeah.
He may take over the whole damn thing.
They should have had. I'm sorry. They should have had him either by. I would love to see his take of Batman v Superman. That
You know what's going to happen now?
Huh?
You know who's going to come to Marvel now? Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Watch him do a Marvel thing now. That'll be the next thing. People lose their shit. It's back and forth, man. Marvel's got to, hey, this is a game. This is like a chess game. Marvel got General Zod, supposedly.
We steal your guy.
Marvel got General Zod, supposedly as Cable.
Yeah.
And they said,
that's what I
F you.
saw. That's what I saw. And I can see him as Cable.
So one day we're gonna make a chart, and we're gonna do like, we're gonna go do like, the guy Michael Shannon for General Zod going over to Marvel, then Joss Whedon going over to DC. So that's what we're gonna want them doing.
I want to see how well Nightwing does, since they've got that in the works. Because I've seen a lot of the YouTube versions of Nightwing, and those are done quite well.
Yes. So.
Which I need to catch up, because I mean to do season 3, and I just forgot about it.
Yeah, we're gonna have someone popping in here a second of the steampunk variety.
Sorry to get off the subject for a second, but it looks as though this next Matrix with the guy who plays Creed and Johnny Storm, that's going to be a prequel. And I'm thinking, not another prequel to the Matrix.
But they're going to ruin it, because they said that Morpheus never fought. They always ran from agents. So there he is, the man of the hour, Steampunk Starraisin. How you doing, Steampunk?
Steampunk.
I survive.
All right, we're in the Everything Show, and we're currently talking about, we were talking about the Matrix prequel, but we were also talking about Joss Whedon, Batgirl. So
I heard that they might reboot the Matrix. I mean, I know that sounds like a pun based on.
They're doing, I thought so too. And then they were talking about it's going to be a prequel. I thought, oh, come on, no.
Well, it could be a prequel. That's all right. I don't know.
What is your take on Joss Whedon doing Batgirl?
Sounds good. He does good work.
Yeah, I think that's overall consensus.
He's
Buffy, Angel.
I didn't really. The only thing I've seen of Joss Whedon that I didn't really care for that much was the Flash episode that he directed. I didn't really care for that, but I think because he didn't start with the Flash show, and so he directed one random episode that was musical, and he just made it kind of dorky.
Did he do the musical? I don't think he did the musical.
I think he directed the musical, Joss Whedon, I think.
No.
Let me look that up real quick.
I know that they wanted to do, because he did it with Buffy.
They did a crossover with Supergirl, and they did a crossover with Supergirl and Flash.
I know. I liked it, actually. I actually like that.
Well, I mean, they did a second crossover.
Well, I know.
Duet episode.
Musical.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit dorky.
I liked it.
That was
different.
I like that they're getting darker with Savitar, but hold on. I got to find Joss Whedon's IMDb. I'm looking it up real quick. Hold on, because I need to verify.
Andrew Kreisberg, I think.
I guess I was wrong. I heard that he was the one. Okay. Well, then I stand corrected. Everything he's done that I've seen, I liked. He's amazing how he takes something that would be silly and stupid, like Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. I mean, you read the concept premise for Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. When I first heard about it, I was like, man, this is a superhero musical from the super villain's point of view. That's got to be stupid. But he is really good at character development, and he's really good at making sure he narrates character development. You feel for the characters and you relate to the characters. And that's the reason why, like even Buffy, the concept premise would have been dumb, a cheerleader who kills vampires. But he does really good character development. He sucks you in. He's really good at that.
Did you see any movies recently?
I've seen Logan.
What do you think about that?
It was good. It wasn't great. I was actually disappointed with Logan. I don't know why it's getting such rave reviews. I thought it was
almost at $600 million. It's almost that.
Yeah, I mean, it was dark and it was gritty, but it was some of them in the second act. It just got really slow.
Did the middle half through the third, did it start to remind you of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome? Because it did.
No,
it started to remind me a little bit of that.
I think I've seen Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, but it's been so many years I don't remember. I remember the main villain was Master Blaster. Master Blaster.
Because begin like the middle half of the second, and then through to the end, through the third act, just to start more and more like Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah, it was like they had a really good premise with Wolverine, and it was like it almost seems like they had only like a 45-page script, and they were like, oh, we've only got a 45-page script of content. If you know anything about script writing, one page is usually about 1 minute, and they were like, what can we do as filler? That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
And so the second act was super slow, super boring. Like they were just hanging out in the house, not doing anything. You would think that the Ravers or the
Reavers
that were chasing him, you would think that they would have caught up with him by then. It just, I don't know. It was good. It wasn't great. I was slightly disappointed, but I don't hate the movie.
Now I have a big question for you, Steampunk. I sent you an article. I don't know if you could see it. Can you see it on Facebook?
You sent it to me on Facebook. Oh, let me check the Facebooks. I got to reinstall my Skype because I put a new hard drive in this Mac and I haven't reinstalled all my apps yet.
Okay, can you see it yet or no? Messenger.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson is Harry Mudd.
Yeah, he's returning.
And
Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, he's still alive? Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it surprised me.
I mean, it surprised me because in the 1960s Star Trek, he looked so out of shape. You know, I was surprised, and so much older than the regular cast at that time, that I would have thought that he would have died of natural causes.
Well, he's back, so that's interesting. I really, I don't know what the hell. I heard that it's delayed again. Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah,
I heard it's not even this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very optimistic about Star Trek Discovery. I've been hearing a lot of bad things about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's been some stuff that they fired the whole FX production team.
Wow.
because those photos of the Klingons, because they're rebooting the Prime Universe.
Oh.
And so because they're rebooting, I don't know if I like that either. I really want something that returns to the Prime Universe, not reboots the Prime Universe.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got Klingons looking like Gorn. That was leaked, and they didn't really know. I guess
nobody liked it.
No, well, nobody liked it, and they blamed the entire production, this special effects production team, for leaking the photos. So they fired the entire.
Why can't they just look like Klingons from Next Generation? Why
I don't know. I mean, there's a proxy war between CBS and Paramount. Apparently, they've had a falling out, and Paramount owns certain rights to certain types of characters, and CBS only owns certain parts of Star Trek.
So
but
now,
not
in
all
other
of
words, this is not going to happen, probably. Discovery.
It's going to be like Star Trek Phase 2. You'll see maybe a couple clips that they filmed for test footage, and it'll never get released. That's what I predict. Well, I mean, Star Trek Phase 2, I mean, there's clip. You can watch clips. There's like short, like 30-second clips of Star Trek Phase 2 that they actually filmed. They were so close to doing production. Right. And they were in uniform and everything. It's tantalizing, and it's like, wow, that would have been a good 70s Star Trek TV show. And it's a shame they didn't actually finish production on it, but it was all because of Star Wars. They were like, oh, we can make a ton of money. See, that's the origin of what's wrong with Star Trek, is Paramount, CBS, that they own the rights to it. they've been thinking from day one that they can compete with Star Wars and make Star Trek into Star Wars. They've been thinking that since 1977, and it's never meant to be that way. Star Trek is never meant to be another Star Wars.
They're not meant to be each other. That's the whole point.
They're not meant to be.
Thing.
Yeah, that's why the last 3 Star Trek movies are so terrible. And most fans that I talk to at Star Trek fan groups at comic book conventions agree with me. They're so terrible. The Kelvin timeline is terrible because it's trying to make it into a dumbed-down action movie like Fast and Furious in space. And they even had a director from Fast and Furious direct the last movie. And it's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't feel like Star Trek. And
well, they're still getting a sequel, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. Right. I'm not optimistic that will be good either. I mean, if I feel burnt 3 times in a row, I don't see how the 4th time is going to be a charm. Right. But I just, I guarantee you. I mean, look at how excited people were with The Force Awakens because they had cast they hadn't seen in 30 years. What's Luke Skywalker been up to? What's Han Solo been up to? And he brought back the original actors. Imagine if they came out with a Star Trek movie and it was official and it wasn't a fan flick. They came out with a Star Trek movie that showed, like, what's Captain Picard been doing for 15 years? What's Jake Sisko? People would lose it and it would do really well. They're sitting on top of a gold mine, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They just want to change everything. And the freaking CEO of CBS, he wants to make it Game of Thrones in space. That's not going to work. Not going to work. He's quoted as saying that. He's like, make it more like Game of Thrones. And that's the reason why Brian Fuller got fired by the CEO.
What are they going to do? Have a red wedding in space?
I mean, it's just probably it's going to be that dumb. I mean, Brian Fuller. The reason why they fired Brian Fuller had been a writer for Voyager and Deep Space Nine, and a lot of people like Deep Space Nine because he was able to balance the darky dark with the original Gene Roddenberry canon. And he said from day one when he started production on Star Trek Discovery, he wanted to stay faithful to what the fans wanted and what Gene Roddenberry's original vision was. Well, he had a falling out with the CEO because the CEO was like, make it more dark, make it more like Game of Thrones like. And they fired the guy that was the showrunner and then replaced him. Now they fired the FX company. It's not looking good. And then it's going to be like a rebooted timeline that's different than even the Kelvin timeline, but it's going to be transdimensional.
They're going to get
multiple universes.
It's
going to kill it.
4 episodes in and decide to yank it because nobody's going to. 1, they're probably going to catch the first episode. Then 2, those people who watched it on CBS All Access are going to get tired with it.
I have no interest in it.
Hell with it.
I have no interest in it.
It just sounds. It looks terrible. I mean, the Klingons look like Gorn. They don't look like Klingons. I mean, it's. I mean, and Klingon subculture is a large sub fandom. I call it a sub fandom of Star Trek. Unfortunately, they don't have the Klingon beauty pageant anymore. But I went to the last one in 2009. There's a lot of passionate people that like Klingon culture. They dress up as Klingons. They talk Klingon. There was only like 300 or 400 of them, but they were a passionate group, and to rewrite what it means to be the Klingons, it's gonna kill it. People are gonna hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was already bad enough with what people call Blingons, from Star Trek in the Darkness. They didn't really look like. They looked like Klingons except when they took their helmets off, and then they look like Blingons because they got bling, they got nose jewelry. It's just, I mean, it's
weird.
I don't know. It's terrible, and they really. I mean, Jerry Ryan.
They lost their focus.
They've lost their focus, and it's bumbling, and they need to realize that Star Trek is more suited as a television show.
Yeah.
It's not well suited for movies. You can do a movie and make a moderate amount of money, but it's not going to make $1 billion.
What they need to do is make it separate from the TV show.
Well, it is separate now. The universe is separate.
Like they do with the Big Finish dramas. Yes, that's part of Doctor Who, but at the same time, it's separate.
Yeah, it's just I'm not optimistic. I predict it'll be another Star Trek Phase 2, or if it does come out, like you said, it'll get canceled after like 4 episodes. So
yeah,
I'll
give it 5 or 6 episodes. They'll like the first episode. The second one, they'll think it's good because probably there'll be like 1 and 2, and then the 6th, 7th episode, it's like forget it. People just trash it, and they're gonna have to wait another 15, 20 years before they reboot it all together again.
Now I have a question for Steampunk. Steampunk. Okay, yeah, finish what you're gonna say. I'm sorry.
Oh, and I was saying that also the format that they're going to be releasing it in is bad too. Like they're releasing it only on CBS All Streaming Access.
Yep.
And it's going to be released on Netflix except in the United States. What the hell is that? I mean,
weird.
It's going to be a Netflix in Europe. It's going to be a Netflix in Australia.
But not here.
Because I think people are going to buy it in order to watch it. Well, they're
I'm not going to get all access. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what they're doing. Is they're just basically making the show
inaccessible,
unaccessible to most people, and just a commercial, just a hook.
They commercialized Star Trek.
They're trying to hook you in to buy CBS All Access. It's a commercial.
Yeah, that's all.
It's like
that's going to be their flagship.
It's like Star Trek the commercial. Buy CBS All Access because we want to compete with Netflix.
But that's retarded because nobody wants to get all. Nobody knows what All Access is.
Well, Netflix is funding part of the show, but apparently Netflix is not happy with all the changes that have been made to the show. So apparently there's some conflict with Netflix and CBS. So
Netflix ain't gonna put that shit up.
They originally wanted to when Brian Fuller was on board.
Yeah. What do you think of Spider-Man Homecoming trailers? Have you seen them?
I've seen like a teaser. I haven't seen
the recent this week, or did you see anything?
No, I haven't. I didn't know that they had released a new trailer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. What have you seen lately? Is there anything you could like? You saw Rebels, right? Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, I saw the
finale.
We talked about this last time. I saw the one with Darth Maul, but that wasn't
the one after that.
I haven't seen the one after that because it's not available on Footlocker.
Have you heard anything about the Last Jedi information? I mean, they had released the trailer at that comic convention.
Oh, they released the trailer?
We don't have it. They've seen the trailer.
I don't know too much about it. I know that there is a theory based on the title and based on the way that.
Well, did you see the trailer for It? Did anybody see the trailer for It?
Mm-hmm.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Stephen King, It.
Oh, Daniel's calling me.
We invited him. He's not coming in.
Oh, hold on.
All right, yeah. Drop off here. Okay, fine.
Hold on. Hey, Daniel, I'm on the air. Let me let you go. Okay.
Tell him to come in.
Yeah. Joe said he invited you. You just didn't show up. All right. Shanaz. All right. Bye.
Shanaz? What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just being random.
Like rubies in a sapphire.
Rabies sapphire.
Rabies in a sapphire. Oh my God!
Because rabies is a metaphor for chaos. Rabies is a metaphor for chaos, and sapphire, being almost like perfect gem, is a metaphor for perfect order. So you're always balancing rabies in your sapphire.
Wow!
And you could have a sapphire with the rabies virus on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That too. So it could be literal, but it's not meant to be literal.
How's your movie? L.A. and what was it called?
Oh, in L.A. Without a Car. I'm still working on it. The director is really, really picky about it. It's taken a lot longer to edit than I expected. So hopefully
you'll be right.
Well, we got until August the 7th. That's the deadline, early deadline for Sundance. And Sundance not until next year. So it's got Michael J. Pollard in it. So I'm excited that I'm a producer and an editor on a movie that has a minor celebrity in it. He co-starred with Warren Beatty in he co-starred with Robert Redford in Billy the Kid. the 1960s movie. And then he was in an episode of Star Trek, and the original Star Trek, and he was so what other movie was he in? He co-starred with Warren Beatty in a movie. It was but anyway, he did a lot of big movies. He's getting up in age now. He's in his 70s.
Okay.
But he's still a minor celebrity. And the key thing is, even though most people may not know who Michael J. Pollard is, the fact that he knows Robert Redford and he starred in a movie with Robert Redford and he starred in a movie with Warren Beatty, and they're still considered big celebrities.
Yeah.
That greatly increases the chance that we can get it into Sundance, because it's all who you know. It's not about talent. It's all who you know.
Yeah.
If you have the right connections and the right people that you could formulate. So that's what I'm hoping, that this will be the break that I need. But if anything, I won't really make any money off of it until probably next year.
All right. Well, hopefully this is a trend where you get to do many movies. Hopefully.
I mean, at the very least, I'll get another IMDb credit. I mean, I got an IMDb credit last year for Slater versus Slater, and then this year I'll get another IMDb credit.
Now, is that coming out or that not coming out?
I've got one more film festival submitted, Burbank Film Festival. I'm still waiting back on that.
Okay.
If it gets rejected, it'll probably never get released. I don't really have the money for distribution. The strategy is, because I'm on such a shoestring budget, I'm not able to promote the film right. And it's kind of hard that, Tom Slater kind of sabotaged our PR. I don't know if he just likes being
I heard about that.
I don't know if he likes being self-destructive or whatever, but the producer...
you can't release it without his permission or something? Or
No, not like that. I don't know if any third-party media has talked about it yet.
Okay.
So far, they've been kind of silent. But I was hoping they would talk about it, because in that, the more drama you generate, and then more
maybe somehow we'll be able to see it. Hopefully.
Well, what happened was Karina had a contact at the Inquirer, and he was going to publish a story about the lawsuit and the movie. And then Tom Slater called her contact she made a mistake of giving him her personal contact information for this reporter that she knew. And Tom Slater called him screaming, raving, and ranting about how he needs to get paid now. And so then that freaked the reporter out, and then
how much did he want?
He decided to drop the story. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, so in other words, he worked with you, but he wanted to get paid.
He wanted to get paid for the story in the Inquirer, but that's not how a lot of journalism works. They do. I was like, Tom, I lectured Tom Slater. I was like, Tom, do you realize you've killed our PR? He was going to do a story about the movie, and now they're not, because you're screaming at him demanding money. Well, I was just passionate. Well, it doesn't matter. You screwed up our PR. Wow. We don't exactly have a PR budget or a big budget. We're lucky to even get this film off the ground. And he doesn't seem to understand that. I could see why
maybe something will happen.
I could see why he got fired from a lot of films.
Well, I mean, we don't know, but I mean,
I don't know. I wasn't there, but this would be Slater versus Slater. Would be his first film that he's done since 1988.
What's the running time of that?
Hour and 13 minutes.
Do you have music and stuff on it, or no?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I use computer AI music. And that sounds like science fiction, but it's actually true. There's a website called Juke Deck. It's actually pretty good, because you tweak the algorithm, like you want moody or something, you want it to sound rock or classical or whatever, jazz. You tweak the algorithm, and you tweak the mood, and then the computer software creates original music that had never been created anymore. It's all website based, and it's free. The only thing you have to do is, if you're using Juke Deck, I got introduced to it from VidCon.
You got to say you're using Juke Deck.
You had to say it in the credits, and I did. I was like, yeah, the music is Juke Deck.
Right. All right. So talk about Star Trek, because Daniel is here, and Daniel wants to talk about Star Trek. So
they just announced Terry Mudd. I mean, yeah, it's fine, because I don't really care for the character, though. He's just there. He's nothing special.
Daniel, what's the odds that this just won't happen at all?
Well, they're very far into it. I don't think they're going to scrap it.
But according to Steampunk, they fired their whole special effects team, right, Steampunk? They laid them off?
Yeah, they fired the entire FX team. And now there's a delay until next year, supposedly. They don't even know when it's going to come out.
That's bad, man. That's bad. And more than likely, we'll hear something about the next Star Trek movie in the coming months, because I know that J.J. Abrams, is really pushing this idea about Chris Hemsworth returning as Kirk's father. And I don't know if they're going to restore the Prime universe, or if they're going to create another timeline, or if it's probably a time travel thing, or it could be a mirror of this universe.
Yeah.
So where his father's alive in that universe and he's not, maybe.
Yeah.
Or something. But either way, we are getting another Star Trek sequel. Full steam ahead.
But, if this series fails, I foresee two things happening. Either one, Star Trek is going away for a very, very long time.
Which I mentioned, yeah.
Like I would say, if it's probably going away from, if you thought 12 years was long, this is going to go away for 30 years, and that's if they're lucky.
Well, I don't know about 30 years, maybe 10
I don't know.
The fact they want to put it on All Access, that's pretty much
garbage.
Grave right there.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Or you know what, they might, I'm just saying, because like J.J. Abrams, what he wanted to do was he wanted to do a multimedia project. You know what multimedia is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Multimedia means TV, movies, video games, the works. He wanted to do that, so they might go to Abrams and say,
Oh, there's a modern term for that. I think it's called transmedia. Transmedia is where you release, you have a TV show, a movie, then you have a book, and but they're not all the same story. They're continuation of the same story. So like part of the story is told in book form, part of the story might be told in webcomic form, part of the story is told in a movie, part of the story is told on a television show. Transmedia.
Yeah,
It's a fairly new concept, but interesting. Transmedia.
Yeah, like for example, they wanted to do a multimedia project with what's it called? Shadows of the Empire was supposed to be a multimedia project, but that kind of fell through the cracks. And
well,
Disney
it did have the video game. It did have the book. But they didn't have the movie. They wouldn't do a movie.
Yeah. Well, Disney's dabbled in a little transmedia when it comes to Star Wars, because you have like the Aftermath novels are actually canon and take place in the same universe, and they're an expansion of the same story.
I kind of hope they go to Abrams and they go for his TV series, because his TV series was very fascinating. It would have brought together both universes and both enterprises, both universes, and it would have been really great for both parties, and I thought that would have been really great.
Not a fan of Abrams. I hate everything he does. I mean that sincerely with the bottom of my heart.
So it would have been awesome. I mean, we would have seen the Enterprise E, we would have seen the new Enterprise, we would have seen everything. It would have been great. It would have brought together both. But
I take that back. There was, The Force Awakens was a good movie, but I think The Force Awakens would have been great if it didn't have Abrams in it.
I don't know, man. Did you see Rogue One?
Rogue One was much better than Force Awakens. I really liked Rogue One.
Yeah, but it was a bloody prequel.
Doesn't matter. It was a good story.
It was fantastic. They're going to change every single Star Wars movies in the future because of Rogue One.
Yeah. But Rogue One was a war movie. It had to be.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie, but I just
Rogue One
doing a Pearl Harbor movie, but you took out the fact that the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor.
And you did the whole.
It was like Saving Private Ryan in space, but it was. I mean that in a good way, not in a cheesy.
It was
way.
a fantastic.
It was like
it was good. I'm gonna
cross
get
a new.
I know.
Cross a New Hope.
Downloaded it on digital.
I'm buying it when it comes out. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's really.
Well, yeah. Rogue One really surprised me because I was expecting it to be a good film. I didn't expect it to be a great film.
Right.
Like I've always said, that's what movie makers need to do. They need to make a good movie and let the audience make it great. But so often what they do is their mistake is they try to make this great monumental movie and it falls square on its ass.
All I know is that last scene
versus Superman.
That last scene with Darth Vader changed the face of the Star Wars movies forever.
Yeah,
Star Wars Empire and Jedi. Because you looked at it a whole new light that, yeah, I'm not going to really kill my kid, but I'll chop his hand off. It's like, all right. Like, he's like asking him 20 times, join me. And together, it's like, come on, man. You going to join? Like, what are you going to do? Because I don't really want to kill you.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I just chopped your hand off, man. I'm talking to you.
Rock,
Please
paper,
come with me. Yeah.
I can't wait for episode 8.
There's a rumor that Jyn Erso is going to get a cameo in the Han Solo movie. It'll be interesting if that's true.
Oh,
too bad they couldn't get out and escape.
Or they can clone her in episode.
But they don't have beaming technology in Star Wars. So.
Here's the interesting thing: is they actually did film an alternate ending to Rogue One, from what I had read.
They did.
Still there. You're frozen.
I think.
Okay, now you're unfrozen. Okay, now you're unfrozen.
Yeah, they're gonna clone her.
Well, no, they filmed an alternate ending originally that was a lot happier, where they actually survive and they get off the planet. But they decided to go with a much darker ending.
It's a better ending because it's never happened like that where everybody died.
Wait, have they started filming episode 9 yet?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
Not yet.
Yeah, because remember what happened? Like, for example, remember what happened in Star Wars Rebels? Remember?
By the way, Leia's, Carrie Fisher's role was not altered at all in episode 8.
It wasn't altered.
Yeah.
And,
well, she had already filmed all of her scenes before she died. So,
guys, I have to go because this is ticking down. And I'm actually breaking up where Steampunk can't see me here and there.
No, I can see you now. But all right, yeah,
we're gonna go anyway, but we'll do more tomorrow if you're around, Steampunk.
I was gonna talk about Star Wars TV.
Yeah, we'll do that another day. It's getting late anyway here, so I gotta go sleep. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye for now.